Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Another Friday night on Gnsl. We're coming to you on the PodHub platform. Thank you so much. And another week has come to an end. It's time for us to basically sit back and, of course, enjoy all the fun things and the not so fun things that actually happened as far as this week is concerned. As you know, Chris is being religious today, and after all, it's Good Friday also. And
That's
Sanori,
see, wearing black, you know?
yeah.
But you're not being religious.
But I'm here sitting and doing the show.
They're very religious.
Dedication.
God knows.
So Sanori is actually we've shipped her down from Abu Dhabi just for one night, and she's been sitting in for Chris. Thanks, guys, and of course another great week coming to an end. We're heading into the holiday season as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. The month of April. I don't know how it's going to be though.
Where no work is done.
Huh?
Where no work is done.
Only shopping is done. Great for retailers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But there's so much pushback because you have a lot of shopping to do. You have a curtail as far as your fuel is concerned, and also at the same
The
time,
heat.
the heat.
Yes.
At what time do you step out to basically go shop? So many things complete. I mean, this Aurudu, I suppose, is very different from the last couple of Aurudus as we've spent. Also, is a time that individuals who actually do celebrate Aurudu and, of course, everyone else who doesn't utilizes the long weekend to get out of town.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to get out of town?
Can they?
Can they get out of town?
Do they have enough fuel to get out of
That's the
town?
thing. I mean, they might have enough fuel to get out of town.
All the BYDs.
Do they have fuel enough to come back?
All the BYDs.
All the BYDs.
Yeah, 10 points.
Yeah, all the electric vehicles, and also in terms of the electric vehicles, the government has changed the pricing structure for the charging ports of electric vehicles also. So lots we obviously need to discuss, and all this we are going through because of two rich boys who decided to play with the world.
Play tennis match.
And
The
the rest of the world, of course, is sitting back and...
Where the net?
Why
Talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story. Looking forward for some great stuff as far as April is concerned. Hopefully, us being Sri Lankans, we will definitely find a way to, at the end of the day, enjoy and celebrate as much as we can. Sanori, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for sitting in.
No problem.
And how's Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi, I mean, it was good when I was there. The war started when I was there. So
Right.
yeah, it was good.
I mean, talk us through it seriously. Seriously, talk us through it. How bad was it?
I was there in like the first 12 days of it. The first 12 days of it. So I remember the first day it happened. Someone messaged me from Sri Lanka and they were like, oh, they sent me the news alert and they were like, is everything okay?
Right.
And I was like, what is this? I've not heard of this. Go on to Google and I'm like, oh shoot, something's happening here. Then I call my husband and then he scolded me because he had called me 10 times and I've not picked up.
Wow, okay.
And I was like, the phone was outside. I was doing my bathroom business, of course. Yeah, like, gotta brush my teeth without the phone. Yeah. But so the first day it happened, it was really surreal. To be honest, it was surreal. I couldn't believe it. We were like, is this really it? Then I remembered like COVID-19 and all. And I was like, let's just go to the shop and get some groceries in case we get travel restrictions. No? I was like, Sri Lanka has taught me some things. Let me go. We were like, okay, we'll just go get rations for the next 2 days. Because we were like, this is not like Sri Lanka. No, they have delivery also. And we didn't feel anything. Like, because we lived in the middle of the city. So you don't hear things. You hear a lot of city noises because it's really loud in the city. Until you had one really big noise and we went out and we saw like, oh, there was an interception just above us. But it was like, again, I have to say, a lot of people were messaging going like, oh, are you scared and all that. I know people were making fun of like, no, people were making fun. There were lots of like TikToks going up of people going like, oh, are you scared to be there? But we are not because we are being protected. Yeah. But the thing is, they did such a good job.
Right.
They did such a good job, such an excellent job that we could go and do our day-to-day life because they are doing their job in like defending the country, right? So no one we never felt scared. I mean, day 3, I was like a bit nervous.
Right.
I remember because that night was when it actually sunk in.
Okay.
Oh shoot, this is happening, right? But I also feel like a lot of Sri Lankans there we've been through the Civil War, we've been through Easter bombings, we've been through so much in our own country that we've got like this.
Walk in the park.
Kinda. And like you're kind of desensitized
Yeah,
to a certain
true,
level
true.
about it, right? Because you know nothing's like getting to you.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, yeah, this is fine. This is great.
Yeah.
Because nothing's getting to you. Not that this is great. What I meant is their defense is great.
Yeah.
So nothing's getting to you. So you feel a lot safer. And we weren't worried because we were like, our country's been through so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
that's
is
something
good.
that obviously I think everyone's talking about, the fact that especially in the UAE, be it in Abu Dhabi or Dubai or whatever, they ensure the fact that life continues
Yeah.
as
Exactly.
fast as possible.
Yeah.
And irrespective of all what's going on, they just ensure the fact that it's cleaned up, it's done,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
even realize where
That's
it
true.
is, what
You don't
happened.
feel it. You
Right.
you hear
just
the
hear the
noises,
noise.
but
Yeah.
you don't really feel it. Like you don't feel like you're in danger. Or anything. You don't feel like you're in the middle of a war zone, right?
Right.
Because they're doing again an excellent job. I was thinking like Lanka abhi unot nang.
We are
Yeah.
doing
I don't know what would have
excellent
happened.
But there's this like, I mean, obviously there's like a massive alert that goes on everybody's
Yes.
phone.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
We are warned when to stay inside. When it doesn't happen to the whole country. It's only like when it's in your area.
Right.
And they tell you like, oh, stay inside, stay indoors, stay away. And the best thing they do is even if they intercept it, they make sure it's in an area where no one can get hurt.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, they spot it and they do it. They like, from what I understand is like, they keep an eye on it from the moment it enters, and then after they make sure it's in an area where no one can get hurt.
Right.
That's what even casualties are quite low, very, very low over there.
Yeah, well, that's so. Why did you run away from Abu Dhabi then?
I had a return ticket. No,
Don't
so I had to
lie,
come back.
Sanori.
I had a return ticket, so I had to come back.
Yeah, your
I
return ticket you laughed from last year.
No, from this year only. Anyways, it was a return ticket.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, let's like
me
come.
return.
Yes.
Let me return.
I told my husband, I'll cancel and I'll stay here with you. He's like, what are you going to do? I don't know, just sit here and wait.
Hold the umbrella for you. Let me intercept it for you.
Spend your money. That's what I would do.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, but I hear coming back, I mean, you had a return ticket, but I hear that lots of people who wanted to come back at that point, the ticket prices were exorbitant.
Yeah, because there weren't that many flights. Again, it's demand and supply, right? Not many flights. Then they have a few flights.
And the airspace being closed
Yes.
is one
But
thing.
saying that my flight was half empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, my flight was half empty. There was like enough space to sleep. I was like, yes, 2 seats next to me.
Ah, sure.
But I had a good like Sri Lankan uncle sit next to me, and we had like a nice long chat
Right.
I like-
Right throughout.
throughout 4 hours, 4.5 hours of
Yeah,
chatting, guys.
Typical Sri Lankan uncle.
Yeah, he was returning from Australia for Roito because Roito was that weekend.
Right,
And he was
okay.
like, I'm returning for Roito. I know when the stewardess came for lunch, and I was like, oh, I'll have like a glass of wine. And then he was like, I can't drink, no, because right after I land, I have to go and meet my boys. So like,
Yeah,
like
see?
60-year-old boys, so I have to go meet
Sweet
them, and then can't mix. I was like, you're being very, very smart.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Very considerate.
Yeah.
That's all.
And then they asked us later on, was like, we have a lot of food and drink. Do you want some more? And I was like, no, not really, but you can give me another drink. Yes.
Keep the drinks
Can we
coming.
take it home? You have
Yes.
a doggy bag.
Yeah, do you have takeaway?
Anyway,
Yes.
so that's the story. Week-wise, Andy, how are you? How was your week?
Not too bad. I went to Nigambo for
Uh-huh.
like a day. Honey, me, the sun.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my god. So the previous day, obviously, I've had a long night, which I should have not had. And the next day morning, my friend is like, here, by the way, 7:30 we're leaving. Why?
Oh, no.
Why? Why are we leaving at 7:30 in the morning to Nigambo? Can't we leave around 10? Because it's Nigambo, no? Not that
Yes.
we're going to like Dompe or somewhere, no? No, we have to eat breakfast from Nigambo. Do we? Do we really? So this is Andy with a bucket hat on and shades. I'm like,
Why do you eat breakfast? Normally people eat lunch from Nigambo.
Hari, ඔක්කොම කරන්න එතනින්. When you're
Hari.
going on a day trip, they want to do
Day
everything.
trip.
Everything
Hari,
from there.
yes.
Even the breakfast. So all good. And then I'm like, can you not talk to me until I had a tambili? Tambili diya, tambili. But the heat is
Yeah.
just not funny. It was scorching heat. And as usual, more foreigners than locals.
As
Yeah.
usual.
Fair
As
enough.
usual.
So a couple of years. Sorry, continue.
The end.
Okay,
But
okay.
Burton came back.
It was hot.
It was the end.
So a couple of years ago, my husband and I went. We never had a honeymoon, right? But we were like, let's do a quick trip here and there because we got married in the middle of COVID, no?
Yeah.
So this 2 years later, we were just like, let's do like an extended trip. So you're doing Colombo, Sigiriya, Dambulla, and then Nigambo on the way back in Colombo. So he was doing out of the time. So it was really hot.
Oh.
So the hotel we had was gorgeous. It was right on the beach. We had like our own private pool, like plunge pool. It was amazing. The car park was also right on the beach. So the car was parked there. It was great until we got into the car to come back because guess what happened? The AC packed up.
Oh, God.
The AC packed up. We had to roll down the window, come back, and I was hating the entire ride back. So yeah.
Luckily, it was from Nigambo.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Komal
it was,
farm like
no,
that.
but it was
They
still
were
hot.
Dambulla?
Yeah, but still it was hot air.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, I'm like, the breeze is also not cold. It's hot
Yeah,
air.
everything is hot there.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Sand
last
can
few
burn
days
you.
has been absolutely scorching hot. It really has been. And there are so many restrictions that actually started coming in, and we're going to be talking about that as we move along in terms of electricity. I think today we just basically got information that water is also going to be restricted. And it's going to be basically given to certain areas only for certain number of hours. And
මට ඒ වෙලාවේ නාන්න ඕනේ.
ඒ වෙලාවේ නාන්න ඕනේ. ඔක්කොම ඒ වෙලාවේ කරන්න ඕනේ.
කොමර ඒ වෙලාවේ නාන්න ඕනේ. ඔෆිස් හිටියත් ඇවිල්ලා නාන්න.
නැත්නම් ඔෆිස් එකේ නාන්න.
නැත්නම් ඔෆිස් එකේ නාන්න.
And electricity, if we don't get proper rains, and if it doesn't rain in the areas that it's supposed to rain, right? Clearly, we will have issues in terms of power cuts and all that stuff. So yeah, lots to basically look into. And something that I was actually also very interested when we spoke about the fact that the Aurudu holidays are coming around, and unfortunately, lots of Sri Lankans will be curtailing their trips this year purely because of the fuel crisis. I wonder what's going to happen to all those restaurants and hotels that do not allow Sri Lankans. Then what to do? And also consider the fact that we don't have as many tourists coming in as we did maybe a month ago because of the current issue also.
They might change their minds.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I remember when the war first started, the first few TikToks I saw was of tourists going like, now we can't travel to Sri Lanka on holiday. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. They want to come here.
Yeah,
I love seeing TikToks of people sad that they can't come here.
And the thing is, I actually saw a few TikToks of people who were stuck here.
Yes, and they're
They were
happy.
they were
Yes,
stuck.
they're happy they're stuck here.
Yeah. So which is good, which is
Yeah.
great, and it's nice. I mean, in the last few months or so, almost last a year or so, we've had a lot of tourists that have come in down, and lots of them, 95% of them obviously have enjoyed themselves very much.
Yeah.
And we haven't even realized, but there are some Hollywood celebs have actually come down.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah. Some Hollywood celebs have come down, and they've actually come, had a good time. Nobody knows.
You like Fantastic Beasts?
No, I don't. But okay, you tell. I don't. But you
What are the other movies he's in? I can't remember.
Okay, he's a fantastic beast.
Harry
What,
Potter
Day of the
world,
Dragon?
man.
Day of the Jackal.
Is
They
he a
are-
Day of the
fantastic?
Jackal,
Is he a
yes.
fantastic beast?
No, he's the wizard.
Any red mail.
Eddie Redmayne, yes.
This you all are all telling someone who only reads novels. I'm just
So
saying.
Harry Potter.
Harry, एक वितराय नहीं. Steve Hawking.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. There you go.
Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah.
He was here?
He came down.
Oh my
Harry-
God, it was like
Aman
the
got
Harry Potter
excited.
cast.
Yeah, so that's
I got excited also.
that's just bullshit. Anyway, just got them all excited just for the sake of
It's not even April Fool's. That was just
before.
that was day before.
Yeah. Anyway, lots to talk about on the show, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a fair amount of stories to go through, and all amidst the heat and the scorching sun that we're experiencing in Sri Lanka, and the fuel crisis is also basically on. Power cuts are looming. Water cuts are looming.
What's happening?
Just cuts.
What else? What else?
What else is looming?
Tsunami warning.
There was no tsunami. There was no tsunami warning.
warning.
Yeah. So all that and more. We are in a country that keeps on giving. So let's get into.
Lanka last week.
That's the one. Lanka last week. Let's go for it. Okay, time for Lanka Last Week as we run through some interesting stories that actually happened in the last week right here in Sri Lanka, and let's see if we can actually not decipher them, but decipher them, but rip them apart on the show. First one, street lights
What's happening
shut
today?
down may trigger accidents, security risk, motorcyclists actually warn.
So I have a question. There's street light එක නැහැ කියන car light එක තියෙනවනේ.
Now listen, street lights are already not working because of. I have very strong opinions on this.
Yes, you have strong opinion. One is pushing me.
I have super strong opinions on this because ever since we went through the fuel crisis, electricity cut, half our street lights were not working.
Yeah, that's also
Right? And what more are you going to cut now? Right? I remember going to Katunayaka, lashing rain, street light is not working. The headlights are just like taking, you probably can see only your hand. And I'm like, we are going to die.
We are
going to
gonna
die.
die.
We are going to die.
You're on the expressway.
Yes, the expressway.
Right, the expressway never had lights.
No, they had, and then halfway through they stopped the lights.
Yeah,
and then the lampposts are just there, just for decorative
That's
purposes.
true. They had lights.
Ambience.
They had lights.
Yes.
They had lights many years ago.
To show we can afford lampposts.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
But the street lamps have never been on at the Katunayaka Expressway.
But then, okay, Gaul Road. Dehivala Mount Lavinia. Because there are shops on the road, okay, you can see a little bit of the road, no, because the shops are open till late in that area. But any other area, I used to think the safety, not of the of the motorists, but of people walking on the road, because sometimes you don't see people about to cross the road.
absolutely
Even
right.
on Gaul Road,
Yeah.
people walking late in the night, getting mugged, getting sexually assaulted. Anything you won't see because there are no lights on. Things go on in the dark.
Yeah, things are supposed to go on in the dark.
There you
Yes,
go.
but bad things go on in the dark too.
Bad things also go on in the dark.
Yes.
But the thing is, yesterday I was actually driving. I was driving at about 8:30 around on Gaul Road. No lights. Gaul Road, no
Nothing.
lights. Nothing. From Gaul Face roundabout all the way to Kolpiti Junction. Right, no street lights on. Just the car lights are basically on.
තලවතුකුටත් තියෙනවා light.
Huh?
තලවතුකුට තියෙනවා.
Yeah, there you have like other
There are
Kabragoyas and Dalagoyas and
look at
everything
those,
else.
you
No,
know.
yeah.
Can you, cow-
Not humans, you have other
A
things.
cow crosses the road.
Yes.
ඒ වගේ දේ
Same.
No, but
cow and all
that's
that.
deadly. That's
Crocodiles,
deadly.
yeah.
No, but it's right. I mean, but thing is this, right? Look, they're actually trying to do something.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
trying to
that's
save.
true.
They're trying to do something,
Yeah.
right? I mean, there are certain. We're going through this crisis. Nothing to do with us.
Yes.
Right. We have nothing to do
Yeah,
with
yeah.
this. For the first time in Sri
For once,
Lanka.
we are innocent.
First time
We are
in Sri
bystanders.
Lanka,
We are the
have
tennis
not
net.
created this for ourselves.
Yes.
The only thing that we created during this crisis was the fuel queues, right? We
Yeah.
created that. We created that, right? But this crisis is not created by us. And hence, as you can see, nobody's blaming anybody on social media.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who to blame?
Who do? No, the blue is at fault.
Who
the
to
grey
blame?
is at
Better.
fault, the
Yes.
red is at fault.
Yes.
Right? No, none of those colors are coming out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who to blame with it?
Trump.
Yeah.
I think our fellows can't blame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
red,
the
blue.
thing.
I was already thinking they are to blame, not the local ones,
No,
the
no,
international
yeah,
ones.
yeah. That's
But on
true,
a
that's
very
true.
funny
Yes.
story, right? So many years ago, I was in a jogging path in Kiribadgoda side, right? I think it was newly built or something. No lights there also. So we didn't know, right? I think I was jogging with a friend of mine. I didn't know that there was no light. So I thought with time it will come on. Some lights come
Yes.
on when you run hopefully past them.
Like a motion sensor light.
Probably I thought it done cut the halwa, right? And all this over with her come up put the torch light even and go a little bit down to work out a little bit. And my friend ran into a bull.
Oh no!
Like I see I laughed so much I fell.
Oh my god!
I fell near the bull. I thought he would have hit the butt, I am going to get head butted.
That bull would have been like, I'm just minding my business and waiting.
What happened to the bull?
This is a bull, no? And my friend's going, sorry, yeah.
Bull? You have to be polite.
Sorry, yeah. Now I'm laughing nearly. There was like a little Ella there, nearly fell into the Ella. I don't know, man. I couldn't. Then I said, "Then even because now they work out, the lungs are now okay." I said, "Let's just walk back." We walked around. Me petting the bull decided, you the bucket one.
Yes.
10 months. That was hilarious, but that was fantastic. Please don't jog in the night. Bulls.
Bulls might be there.
Not bulls. Yeah, third world country problem. That was so. My God, so funny.
That is
That
funny.
friend doesn't talk to
This
me
what
much
happens to you, no? Yes.
Best part is I lost that friendship very shortly.
Because of the bull.
I laughed without saving.
Yes. Oh, wait, was this a boy or a girlfriend?
Boy.
Ah.
Boy. So I
Boy
laughed.
must have been embarrassed. You
Come
got
up there, but
grind
I
the butt.
laughed very loud.
He actually said sorry to the bull.
Sorry.
But I bet you he would have been like, I enjoy the fact that we're jogging in the dark, Andy.
Yeah,
Why don't we
I'm
hold
sure.
hands and jog in the
But all
dark?
has many. All the bull's hair.
So yeah, the motorcyclists obviously are warning of accidents and crime risk. Street lights have been requested to be turned off between 6 and 10 p.m. every night. And also at the same time, they've also requested lots of the corporates and businesses to actually turn off their signboards and all that stuff. After 8 o'clock or something like that. So, yeah, like I said, at least we're trying to do something.
No, we are trying.
Yeah.
Try and
Yeah.
conserve.
A for effort.
And for sure. And at the end of the day, I think the onus actually falls on each and every one of us also to ensure that we try and save, prolong the issue. We spoke about this last week. Yes, we are going to get into this. Let's try and prolong it as long as possible.
Yes.
So that's the story there for you. Street lights off. Next story right here on GNSL. What do we have? Nearly half of Sri Lanka player pool fails fitness test, raising concerns. Right?
What?
Sri Lanka cricket team.
Player pool is what I saw.
The
Sorry,
one
yeah.
where pool?
You're talking about Sri Lankan cricket team's
team,
player pool, no?
Yeah.
एक कोई थी Sri Lanka का team खेला.
I know. I inferred that.
I'm like,
When they said failed fitness test, I inferred that.
Player pool. On what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I mean that's
That is thing. You don't have to have a test for that. Look at the bundles.
I can see that.
You
Yes.
You don't have a test.
Yes.
Wow, what a wastage of test.
That's
I
crazy.
saw a cricketer the other day having brunch also with, I assume,
mean,
his
he can
wife.
eat. He can
Yeah, he can eat. He can eat. He looked good. I was like, who is this familiar chap? With his wife, or who I assume is his wife. But
You're
yeah, hoping it's his wife.
Who that? Do we know him?
Yeah, everyone knows him.
Wait. Would I know him?
Yes,
Not
you know
everyone,
him.
No.
No, I don't think you got his surname wrong.
Then.
No, I don't think you got his surname wrong. Not Patum Nisanka.
All right,
Yes.
okay.
So
He's quite famous.
41%,
Yes.
41% of the national player pool have failed their fitness test.
No need to have the test is what I'm saying. But a
You
wastage
have
of money.
one job to do.
Yes.
Yes.
This is your job to play cricket. You get paid to play cricket.
And play it well.
Play it well. And you have lots of people who obviously are behind you and
Support
cheering
you
on
and
supporting
everything.
you. And you obviously need to keep yourself fit. You can't suddenly wake up in the morning and say, okay, time for me to go for the match.
Give me the
Right?
5 rotis on the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Don't
right?
do that. Don't do that.
But
Listen, it's one thing.
2 kilometers under 8 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, you are a professional athlete.
Yes.
You are not
Yes.
a house husband.
You're not us. We
You're-
don't have to run
you-
like that.
You're not supposed to have a dad bod.
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
Not you.
Yes.
Right? So that's where we are right now.
No, see, the thing is, when you compare it to back in the day when we won the World Cup, we had dad bods in the team, but they performed.
They perform.
They perform. Have your dad bod and perform if you want to have it and perform.
Bundy a bit difficult.
Your Bundy is fine.
Yeah, that is a
Just
bit
perform.
difficult.
Yes. Like, listen, the last tournament
Let's not talk about it.
Yes, that was a very tough spot for us.
Yeah.
But if you're going to ask the entire country not to say bad things about you, not to
Criticize you
be
or
negative
ridicule you.
about you or boo you or whatever,
And request
then
the government to get involved.
after we were requesting the government to not be involved all this time so y'all can improve, right? then you need to do the bare minimum for your job. Do not be a typical government worker. Be better than that.
There you go. Now they might perform out of this lecture. Like, Ambo.
The thing is, I have such a big, massive soft spot for Dasun Shanak, okay? He looks like my brother, so I always go like, Ane Malli. And then he said that and I was like, Ane Malli.
The tone change.
Yes.
Yeah, අපි කතා කරා වගේ ඇස්වා කටවා වගේ.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now
I mean,
listen to me, Malli, and perform.
this is it really is. It's actually embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's actually embarrassing to state the fact that our national team, 41% of our national team players are not fit.
Yes.
That's what
41%
you're
is a
saying.
huge
Failing the fitness test is actually coloring the whole thing up a bit.
So saying this, I have someone I know who is part of one of the many coaching teams that they have. And I know a couple of years ago, he was saying some of them don't even turn up
Well,
for
there
their
you go.
fitness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
really?
Because you have to do different types of fitness to
okay,
make
okay.
sure like you have less injuries on the,
Yeah, yeah.
you have to do mobility fitness, you have to
Yeah,
do all these other types of fitnesses, right? They don't even come for
They-
those,
they don't
which is
come.
why they have like a lot of injuries and all.
That is so true.
Yeah,
That
so
is
I'm like,
true.
oh, then obviously this one and this one is getting injured right now.
Some of them get injured while warming up.
Yes, some of
So-
them get
so what's
injured
the
when they
point?
put their pants up.
Yeah, so it's like difficult to tie your shoelace also at the
Yeah,
same
that's
time. Somebody's tying it for them.
Not a
Yes.
good place
You
to
know,
be,
it
yeah.
really isn't a good place to be, right? So only 27 out of 46 players have met minimum standards.
Minimum.
And minimum, right? And fitness is now tied to the international clearance of the NOCs. Of course, most of them have not got NOCs to go and play for the IPL. And there was a cricketer
Suing the,
Yeah.
Sri Lankan cricket board, no?
Actually, he has a point. He has a point, though.
What is his
He has a
point?
point. His point is, that's Noah Tushara. His point is the fact that he wants to be released. His contract expired on the 31st of March
With the Sri Lankan cricket
with the Sri
board.
Lanka Cricket Board, and he has indicated that he doesn't want to extend his contract.
He doesn't want to work for them anymore.
He doesn't want to basically also be regarded for selections.
Okay,
So he's
okay.
going to step down,
Okay.
right, as far as the
Okay.
selections are concerned. And now, for someone like him, right, has been selected by an IPL team, right, despite his fitness or whatever, right, he didn't pass the fitness test, and because of that, he was not given an NOC. But his argument is the fact that I've already indicated that I don't want to extend my contract with you from the 31st of March. So it doesn't matter if I
Whether
pass
it's
your fitness
unfair.
test or not.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play anyway.
Because I'm going to play anyway, and I've already said that I am not eligible for selection.
Right.
So that by you not giving me an NOC makes no sense because I'm not going to play for you.
Yeah.
So he has a point. He has a point, but
Probably the only one who has a point.
yeah, probably only person as a matter of fact. But he's actually sued the Sri Lanka Cricket
Yeah.
Board, and
That's interesting.
But the thing is this, right? I feel sorry for him because he sued the cricket board because the next hearing is on the 6th of April or something like that. 9th of April, and then of course, then after that, the 9th of April, then we have like,
Holidays.
what, 2.5 weeks of holidays now.
Yeah, so he has to wait for about a month.
Yes, and then, so possibly the next one will be the end of April,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Then most
But the
probably
hearings,
he will receive the judgment when IPL is over.
I know,
Then they will give him the NOC.
ඉතින් වැඩක් නැහැ නේ කොහොමද?
Right, right,
ඔව්, ඔව්,
right. So
කමක් නැහැ.
it's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, but the thing is this, right? But even but the thing is, even though he's not going to be contracted after the 31st, it's still required that the cricket board of that country has to give you a no objection certificate. That's what an NOC
Makes
is.
sense.
Anyway, so that's the story. We need to certainly figure this one out in terms of
But that's shameful.
fitness.
A shameful piece of news, people.
Yes.
Get your act
and
together.
and I suppose that we have a new coach who's also actually is taking over from April. Gary Kirsten. Gary Kirsten, a very prominent and legendary South African player
Okay.
who was responsible of actually taking India to the World Cup and winning the World Cup in 2011 against
Oh my
us.
God, do not talk about that. That was a very traumatic World Cup.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very upset about this. I was ready to accuse all my favorite players of being bribed also in doing that World Cup.
Yeah, some of them are still being accused.
Yes, I was very, very upset. I was like, this was thrown. Oh, I
Yeah,
cried so much.
There's a little cloud.
Traumatic World Cup that was. Show in to win.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go into that past now.
Anyway.
Okay.
Next story. What do we have? 36%. This is so good. 36% tax. Too many holidays hurting the economy, says Dudley Sirisena.
Too many holidays.
I agree. Unfortunately, I agree with him.
Yeah, but you agree and you're not even here. So
No, but I have a business here now.
Yeah,
I have a business here. Please don't tax me.
No, but no, honestly, right? Look,
Yeah.
this is serious, right?
Very
36% is our tax. It's a high-end
High
tax,
tax,
right?
That is.
And on top of that, the number of holidays we have, right? Every single year, right?
Yeah.
It has come to a point that every time we get a brand new calendar,
The first thing you do is
How many holidays?
how many you
What long weekends are
Yes,
there?
how many long
Yeah.
weekends are there? How many long weekends are there?
Absurd.
It's crazy at the end of the day because people live for holidays here.
But ironically, retail staff don't get that many holidays, right? Yeah, they get rostered on and maybe they'll get a holiday later
Yeah.
on in their roster to make up for it. But they still work through those holidays.
That is so true.
And it's the rest of like corporate staff and
but,
everything.
Yeah, so those is 4 days means the entire country shut down.
Not
Yeah.
radio
No,
stations,
no.
unfortunately.
No, obviously
Yeah.
for the broadcasting stations, of course not. But
We had to work.
anybody else would
Yeah.
shut down, but not anymore, right? Most of the shops are now open. Most
Yeah.
of the retails are open, right?
Yeah.
Almost everything is
Yeah.
open. But also on the tax piece of thing is, even though you take 36% of tax, you don't see things happening in the country to be, to be
Agreed.
acceptable of that.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
you look at European countries, they take 40+%,
Which is-
right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Acceptable because
but then
the-
you get free. You see it in your
The-
infrastructure, in your facilities, in all the perks you get from the
Especially if you
country.
if you upgrade the general hospital and the Kalubola hospitals and all that, everybody will go there.
I mean, those
You don't need
hospitals
to
are
go for this.
long overdue for an upgrade
No,
because
it's
because people anyways go there saying that, the doctors are really good in those
Yeah.
hospitals. But when you think of the facilities, that's what makes you think twice about even going
Not
there.
only the facilities, the the process is
Yeah,
cumbersome.
KDU.
Ah,
The whole
yes.
process is cumbersome.
Yeah.
That's why.
If you make those right, then you don't need to spend the millions and millions because the doctors there are absolutely stunning.
Yes.
And the thing is this, right? And the thing is this, it's come to a point that when you organize something, you need to find out if the next day is a holiday. If it's a holiday,
Yes.
then nobody is going to come.
Then you
Everyone's
can't
going to
organize
work, then
that.
you can't
Yes.
organize that.
How
It's
many
a long
times?
weekend.
Agreed. How many times have me and my business partner gone like, we can't launch anything on this weekend? It's a long
Because it's
weekend.
organized.
People are going to be out of Colombo. That's it.
Yeah, that's
right?
it.
It's just
I
it.
mean, planning a project is dependent on holidays.
Yes.
Right now, for example, the month of April is a given that's just full-on holidays, right? Now, this week already we have midweek holiday.
Yeah.
Now, today being Good Friday is a
Is a
public and a bank holiday, right? On top of that, we also
next
now
week-
have all public institutions closed every Wednesday. Right?
So next week or so, Wednesday anyway, they're not working.
Yeah, they won't work,
So
and then obviously, from Thursday, Friday,
Anyway,
they
Thursday,
work.
Friday, out
Then you have Monday, Tuesday, out. So Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, out.
So the month is over
The
then.
month is over, right? It's just crazy. And then April, then come May, you have Vesak holidays.
Oh, I forgot about Vesak.
This is the thing, right? I mean,
Vesak.
and it's just holiday after holiday. I'll tell you what though, right? Especially in this country, if you are working for somebody in a corporate, you would love these holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
If you are an entrepreneur and if you are running your own business, it is the worst place.
That is where I am right now.
There you go.
It's the worst place. It is, and the thing is this, right? Now, for example, when we reach out to clients, and speak to them about certain projects and all that stuff, you know that if Monday is a holiday, right? You never send even a proposal on Thursday, not even Friday,
No.
on Thursday.
Thursday.
You don't send on Thursday. They
won't look, no, I think.
They
Yeah.
won't look. When come Friday, it's a long weekend mentality, still won't look.
Yeah.
So anyway, next Tuesday or Wednesday only.
Yeah, Tuesday,
Yes.
Wednesday. So it just makes absolute, why do you need to think about their mind frame?
Yeah, that's true.
That's where we are right now. And I completely agree. And on top of all that, we get landed with 36% tax.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to pay that 36% tax when you have like 20, 25 holidays for an entire year? I'm sure we are more than that.
I'm thinking more.
I'm sure we are more than
මන්නගෙන
that.
ටැක්ස් ටිකක් අඩු කරොත් හොඳයි
Yeah,
නේද?
that's
The
also
tax
true.
one out of Garden
Yeah,
place.
like I said, I mean, it's sad that we are, I suppose, the only country that plans projects, plans launches, plans events.
All around holidays.
All around holidays.
Long weekends.
Yeah, long weekends, anything like and just hypothetically speaking, by some chance, your anniversary of certain thing falls on the day before a long weekend or whatever, they will not have it. They will not have it.
25 to 30 days of holidays in this country.
That's crazy.
It's a whole month.
It's a whole,
So
It's a whole month.
we're working for 11 months of the year.
Yeah, it's a whole
10
month.
points at Sri Lanka. Very good.
Well done, Sri Lanka. Well done, well done. Anyway, next story. Police warn of burglary risk as nights get warmer.
What
Yeah.
is the
Don't-
correlation between warm
wait.
nights and
You
burglary?
open your window because it's hot. Then the mother creeps in and robs you and goes out.
I was like,
There you go.
do they want to rob because it gets warmer?
I know it sounds a bit odd,
Yes.
but yeah, I read it. Actually, I took it. I'm like, wait, what are they saying? So yeah.
Okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's
So
the-
don't open your
police,
windows. Yeah.
They
Die
say
in the
people are
heat.
leaving windows open because of the heat, and police are warning of increased theft risk. I mean, keeping your windows open and the burglar coming in and robbing something is the least of your worries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Oh
Because
my God.
he's also in heat.
Oh my
So
god.
that's the least of your worries.
But
so-
seriously, I mean, but
Yeah.
that must be like a thing, no? I mean, but when you open your window, remember to close the damn thing and go to sleep.
Yes.
Or the burglar jumps in and the first thing he does is turn the fan
Fan
on.
on.
Hang on.
Honey, oh, is it that AC?
But if the AC is on, then the window won't be open
No,
now.
but can't say the weird things happen in this
Yeah,
country
yeah.
also. Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, ventilation is now a security risk these days.
Yes.
So that's
Even
the
if
story.
you're boiling, just close the window.
Yeah, just
Don't
close the
open.
window. At the
Yeah,
end. I mean, the thing is, even if you open the window, it's just hot air that's coming in.
Yes.
You know? What's the point?
Yesterday there was not a leaf shaking.
Yeah.
Not a single leaf. I'm like, anything people. I'm like, anything. Just terrible.
Anything
hot.
is shaking.
Nothing, anything. Just let any part of the leaf just shake. Nope.
Yeah, it's the heat effect that's going on in Sri Lanka right now. Next story, what do we have? Water supply to be limited if dry conditions persist, according to the National Water Supply and Drainage Board. This is happening. This is
Yeah.
happening.
In the
And-
nights actually in Tharavatakuda side, towards the night, after around 10 or 11, the water is less.
Yeah.
The water
But
pressure.
I have
The pressure, yeah.
See, I have a question. There's a major concern. Like, anyways, nowadays we are taking multiple showers a day, because it's so
Yeah,
hot. You put a toe outside your house, you're sweating and you're drenched, right? But let's say you reduce the water and you do water cuts, but then you have to really go to the toilet.
Then yes, these are.
Then
Then you
what do
feel.
you
Then
do?
not the base yama.
Yes.
Base yama yara bowl lekai.
No, but then
That's
after
how it comes.
then after you do your business, you have to like just pour
Then
it
put the
in.
vase in that water goes. Lot of
But what if the whole family wants to
I'm
do
sorry,
business?
what is this? What are we talking
I
about?
base yama bowl lekai.
So your what? Toilet with the basement and the what?
If you have to go to the toilet,
Right.
and like how if there's a water cut,
So base yama bowl
So how
lekai.
do you-
So yeah, go back to the game days. So
Yeah, base yama
dig a
bowl
hole
lekai.
in the or dig a hole in the
Go on.
backyard and then
have a spade close by.
Natural fertilizer. Go ta-da.
So water supply to several areas around Colombo will be on schedule basis from the 2nd to the 10th of April. Water supply to areas around Batramulla, Pamankada, Vallabatta and Navala will be cut from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
okay,
on alternative days.
okay,
Can I cut that? Sorry, that was
Yeah.
not a trickle. That was a
It-
cut.
yeah.
it's a cut.
Supply will be cut from 8 p.m. for 24 hours every 4 days in Paduka, Homagama and Pannipitiya areas.
Why? Because they don't need water there.
Now who is calculating these 4 days? Hurry. And the
Every
badada
4
kapu.
days. Yeah. So, I don't understand.
Are the most amount of water used in that area?
I don't know.
Why? I mean, I don't want water cut in my area, but like,
Yeah, so
you all are very
Batramulla,
intelligent people.
Pamankada, Vallabatta and Navala.
Yes.
And those are the areas that get...
How do we choose this?
I don't know.
Tundu.
Yeah, again.
Today Pamankada.
Yes.
Lucky day.
Gosh.
C2.
C2. Yes.
Do people still do actually?
Yeah,
do
people
C2s?
still
Yeah,
do
has
C2.
to do this,
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Mine,
they
and I was
do.
a big C2 person.
My-
Yeah.
Big C2. She's asking from Mastoni. When we got bigger, she asking for Mastoni putting C2.
C2.
I'm like, C2 money mine then. No for me. 1,000 rupees, 1,005.
And they
Yeah, big seat to
sweet.
person.
That's a huge deal. No?
Yes.
I mean, lots of people obviously. It's a okay. It cultivates saving.
Yeah.
That's the most important
Yes,
thing.
yes,
That's
yes. And you will
that's-
get a lump sum when you want to do something important. You get a
Yes.
Yeah. And some, huh?
Sorry.
lump sum.
Is it just a theory?
No, it's a saving, but actually it's forced saving, right? Otherwise, because now you're forced.
Because you have
actually-
to now do it.
Because there's somebody else waiting for it for
Yeah,
that particular
yeah,
money,
yeah,
which is good, and I suppose I'm surprised that lots of people still do it.
Yeah.
And-
And the people who run the seat, the tough ladies, nobody hanky-panky with them.
Really? Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to get the money now from
Yeah,
them to pay the others or whoever's the next
Yeah.
slot
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
Lazy,
yeah.
ne?
Good,
My
that's
God,
how it
my
is.
grandmother's
And some
perpetually
big
worried
C2s
about
also like
Saying
you know,
that, that also, it's not only restricted to like the aunties and the archies and everyone doing it. Some people in offices also run C2s, right?
sure they do.
So amongst their colleagues and everything.
That I don't
Why?
know,
I
but
office එකේ මොකුත් කරන්නේ නැද්ද?
නෑ.
Financial accounting office එකේ
අපි ඒව කරන්නේ නැහැ.
bank where you call save. Actual account. We'll have FC ideas sitting with us.
Uncle here. Hello, uncle.
අපිට නම් uncle නෙමෙයි.
Call?
අපිට like අයියා වෙයි.
FC idea, not very young. Some old
You want to be
gentleman
stuck in jail forever? You call them ayya. Yes.
Next story, what do we have? Water levels of Kotmale Reservoir dropped to 21.8% amid dry weather. Just 3 months ago, just 3 months ago, we were all experts in the rising level of water.
Ditwa did that to us.
Yes.
That was every 2 hours checking the water levels of Mahavali as if we understood it. As we know exactly what was going to happen when it hit that level. Now, 21.8%, nobody gives a shit. Nobody knows what it means anymore.
බැහැලාද?
නගින වෙලාවට තමයි ඔක්කොම බලන්නේ.
ඒව තමයි වැදගත් වෙලා.
බයිනකොට ගණන් ගන්නෙත් නෑ. Anyway, so that's what Ditwa did to us at the end of the day. Right? So, yeah, 21.8%. We are in a precarious situation with the Mahavali River, which at one point we were all very scared of.
Yes.
Now we will go and just wash up to our ankles and down right now. All right, next story. What do we have? Electricity prices increase. Oh, this is something we need to talk about, guys.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
we get it,
It's
but-
yeah, we
Yeah.
get it. We get it.
We understand the situation. We don't like it,
Yeah.
However,
but we get it.
Yeah. We never agreed to it.
Yes.
But-
I mean, I know, tough, no? As a democracy, I feel like we should vote for these rises.
We did.
no,
We
Yeah.
voted for it.
No,
They
no,
said they'll never increase it.
No, I mean, like every
then
time
they-
they decide to do a rule like this,
but
we're
they
like,
didn't
yes,
expect
no.
for those two plain people.
Yes.
Yeah, there was
To
a
be honest, it's not
ping pong.
not in any Sri Lankan's control, unfortunately.
For once, they have an excuse.
Yes.
අපි නෙවෙයි, actually අපි
අපි නෙවෙයි, yes.
Actually, අපි නෙවෙයි, අරයට ගිහලා කතා කරන්නේ.
අපි නෙමෙයි හොඳට කරේ.
Yes.
එයා හොඳටම කරනවා.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, but that is so true though. But for households, I think the highest level is 26% or something like that for over a certain number of units as far as electricity is
Wow.
concerned. And the thing is, at a time like this, where you need the damn AC,
Yeah.
right? And also at a time like this, where individuals out there who've actually gone out and bought ACs, right? People who are suffering in heat have decided to go and buy ACs, fix the AC, enjoy the cool air. 1 week
days
later, electricity
know.
bills gone up. You
I
feel
feel-
like burning the AC.
True. At this point in time, ACs have moved from being a luxury to a basic necessity in Sri Lanka,
Now it's
right?
become like a fan.
Because how hot the country is, it's always around this time period. But then now you're increasing the price. You won't even put the fan on.
Yeah.
පවන් ගන්න දෙන පරණ
Yes.
කොලේක් එක්ක පවන් ගන්න
Yes.
තියෙන්නේ
No,
ඉස්සර.
that's crazy. Yeah, so let's just that's the electricity situation. The prices have actually gone up, and please do save electricity as much as possible. And right now, it's going to come to a point, guys. I'm telling you. They're forcing street lamps to be turned off. They're forcing LEDs and billboards and corporate signboards to be turned off after 8 p.m. We are basically also going into rationing water, right? On odd days and even days, right? So you get to go to the toilet every other day.
Yeah.
Right?
Constipated, too bad.
If you're constipated, great.
Constipated, great.
If you're not, too bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
too bad, too bad. If you have diarrhea, tough luck.
The backyard.
Yeah, no, that's a problem. But yeah, so again, electricity, please do conserve and save electricity as much as possible because things are not looking good.
අර
No,
ඉස්සර
not at all.
පරණ කාලේ මොකක්ද අර මේ මොකක් ගිනි මැල no they burn the what do ගිනි මැල
They burn the
they
poop?
burn those leaves and එහෙම ඇවිදින්නේ අර කෝපි කඩේ එහෙම What ගිනි මැල not ගිනි මැල I don't know what it's called
You need Christian to basically
yeah
talk about it.
yeah the big ones they kind of light and they walk in copy card that's what we'll have to do as
Yeah,
well
those
to see light
yeah,
Ah,
instead
to
of a
see
torch
light,
they kind of do that and wave it around like they just don't care
that's true. So yeah, that's where we are right now with electricity bills going up and fuel prices going up and no power and
what's going down
Oh.
none the water levels
water.
What about that
Yeah,
water levels are going down
Water levels are going down.
And
Next story, what do we have? CPC confirms sufficient fuel stocks until May. So
Oh, okay.
until the one more month
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
End
okay.
of May or start of May?
Yeah,
May mid
It just said May, no? It just said May.
it could be even be 1st of May
Yeah.
then
it
I'm sorry
So
I like to take
that's
it as end of May.
Eh,
Then 2 months now?
Yeah.
Optimistic.
good news on that one, but but I must say that the QR code and the odd number and the even number situation is working quite well.
yeah
QR code has always worked well for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
no actually it was good
Yeah,
it
it
was
was,
good. Just
it
the first few days was a bit panicking which is
Which is
understandable.
always
Yeah.
the case.
Yeah.
We adjust to everything.
Overall, it was good.
Yes.
And I think even when they did introduce a QR code for the very first time, we also had an issue at that point. The server crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and had time to adjust and all of that.
Yeah.
no?
So all that basically. So now it's actually working. You don't see queues at the sheds anymore. Not necessarily it's working because of the QR code and the odd number, even number. It's because it's exorbitant to pump petrol.
Yes.
Right. It's and now taking your vehicle out, you have to think twice.
Agreed. So I was just asking my friend if she wanted to meet up this weekend, and she's like, I'm not too sure. From Kotte to Colombo, right? She's like, I have to conserve fuel. I'm like, I understand that situation actually.
Then take a tuk-tuk
Yeah,
and
that's
come
what I said. I said, take a tuk-tuk. You know, when this happened, the first thing I thought was like, Ayo, thank God I don't have a car, so I don't have to worry about fuel also.
But
Thank
tuk-tuk prices, you
They are skyrocketing. Anyone taking Uber, pick me, we're just like, whoa.
Are they? Yeah, so I mean, see, there are people out there who basically scream about the lawlessness in the country.
Yes.
Right? But they are the very person who goes and sorts this out. Right? How can this happen? You know, this is not right. You can't do this. You can't do that. 3 days later, they are the very individuals who created this. And if you ask them, they say, no, but they offered me. No.
But
then what can I say?
The law doesn't apply to them, no?
Yeah, that's because that's only applied to when they're on Facebook.
Yes, it's to everyone. Yes, Facebook warriors. Mhm.
Anyway. Moving on, next story. What do we have? Special security and traffic programs for festive season to be implemented from the 1st of April.
මිනිස්සු පාරේ නෑනේ what festive season
I don't know what this...
Here, but come to think of it, there is a massive, this I saw on TikTok, there's a massive shopping mall apparently opened in Talahena.
Okay.
Sky One now, Sky Mall or some name, right? The amount of people going into it, what fuel crisis?
Yeah, that's true.
But
man.
no money.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
me. I'm like, I think it's just a throng of people I saw.
Why
on
didn't you
that.
go into it?
My mother has already told me, let's creep into there, Kira. So wait a minute. I'll be going soon, but not with that crowd. Just people and heads and heads. And it's also apparently the most biggest shopping mall in that
Also,
area.
it's
something
the
like that.
season. During this season, people
No,
are shopping.
But I'm saying is now, no petrol. Anything, Talahena, what in the ministry of the
Yeah.
What
no,
else to say?
but thing is this, Andy, at the end of the day, especially at a time like this, when it's Aurudu,
Yeah.
People will
you
do it.
still have to do it.
Because you
know.
have to go gift shopping.
You have to buy
You have to
something.
do
You
it.
have to
You
do
have to do it,
everything.
you know. And
They'll have their list of who to get gifts for
Yeah.
and everything.
And the thing, I
yeah.
suppose, I mean, there are little sort of deviations that they make. That means basically, if they leave home at 8 o'clock in the night, they will come back at 8 o'clock. Sorry, 8 o'clock in the morning. They'll come back at 8 o'clock in the night. Ensure everything is
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't be coming
Probably.
home and going off all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
You know, so
And the gift if those is 500 rupees, now 450.
Gifting those?
Gift value is those is 500 rupees,
yeah,
now
yeah.
450.
Yes, yes,
Small
yes.
reduction in gift price
Yes,
as
yes,
well.
that's true.
50
Because
rupees is for fuel.
Yes.
Fuel surcharge.
Convenience fee. Whatever.
Yes.
Fuel
Oh my
surcharge.
gosh.
Convenience fee. Yeah, now Uber and Pick Me actually have this fuel
Yes.
little scenario going on also.
Yes, painfully. Yes.
Yeah, so
But they have increased the prices?
And
Yeah.
I live off the two of them.
Literally, I don't think there was a gap. Literally the next day, I was like, what
I
is
think
this?
I pay a small man's salary for these things.
Yeah. I mean, it's like $300 to go to the next lane. I'm like, why?
Now,
Why?
and the thing now, of course, is the fact that now there are certain restaurants and certain places where we used to buy food from many times, unfortunately, are not available for us anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know?
And they take such a long time now to deliver because they have a shortage of fuel, shortage
Yeah.
of riders.
And now the thing is lots of these riders and drivers do not actually take these orders if they need to actually
Yes.
ride or drive to that distance. So you have to buy whatever you need to buy within your vicinity,
Yes.
which comes faster to you.
And they take multiple stops at
They
the
take
same time,
multiple stops at the
right?
same time.
So if you're hungry, order your Uber food or Pick Me food 1.5 hours before. The thing is, 1.5 hours before, we don't even think of it.
That's also
At
true.
the height of hunger, I'm like, oh, I must order. Now
then
another 1.5
1 hour
hours, like
later.
stay. They'll be like, oh, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. That 45 minutes is still 45 minutes later.
I mean, I'll tell you what, though,
Yeah.
this happened to me. This happened to me last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Last Friday, this happened to me. At 1:15 or 1:30, I ordered lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At 4 o'clock, they cancelled the order.
It became tiffin.
No.
Can you believe that? Now I'm like.
What did you order? Rice and curry?
Rice and curry, right? Starving like Marvin, right?
Yeah.
It was. Wait, every time you look at it, the scheduled arrival goes by 20 minutes.
Yes.
20 minutes, 20 minutes. 1:30. Now basically, now the thing is, you can't even call the guy because he hasn't even picked it up. There's no rider who has picked it up, right? And finally, at about 4:30 or whatever, they automatically cancel the order
And then
and money returned. I am supposed to eat that.
Yeah, eat the
I
money.
mean, yes. it is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so I mean, so the thing is, especially right now, if you're ordering Pick Me or if you're ordering anything from Pick Me or Uber, ensure that you obviously just order within your vicinity because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
chances
And plan
of
ahead.
the riders and the drivers obviously getting it to you is much faster. And if you have noticed, sometimes in these very popular restaurants where they get orders on a constant basis,
They have their own riders.
no, you have riders just hovering around there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
They're always parked
Because
around
anyway,
those areas.
going to get something, right?
They know
Yeah.
they're bound to get it. It's
Yeah.
like these guys obviously now considering the fact that people are not going to use their fuel, the chances of people ordering is much higher.
That's true.
But again, it comes with certain conditions that somebody from Kolpiti is not going to pick up an order and drop it off in Devala.
Yeah.
You know?
So before this whole crisis happened, I remember sometime last year, I was taking a tuk and going somewhere, and that guy was saying, it's tough to do. He was like, were you waiting long for a tuk? I said, yeah, now it takes like 20 minutes to get an Uber or a Pick Me for me, right? And he was like, yeah, that's because sometimes now we don't even take hires that are too far. We
Yeah.
take hires that are close
Yeah.
because it's like apita ekavasi, right? So I'm like, yeah, okay. I was like, and this is before.
Oh, right.
Before the fuel crisis.
right,
okay.
So now it's going to be like even worse. They're going to be just taking short, close distances.
Yeah,
That's true,
because the excuse for at that time was the fact that if, for example, you wanted to go from Bambalapitiya to say Moratua, right? They were the excuse was the fact that they had from Moratua they had to come back.
Come back without a
then-
hire.
Without a hire.
Ridiculous because they will get a hire. How many
Sometimes when you
people
look
are
at
doing
it,
Pick
ping,
Me and
ping,
Uber?
ping, ping, and
Yes.
you're like, you can see it
Yeah.
pinging.
They're like 5-6 pings at the same time. I'm like, are you please put on silent when you
And the
come
thing
here?
is
Pick
this-
one.
And the thing
Yeah.
is this, right? The thing is they are spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
They can choose whichever one they want if they want to, right? So
Yeah.
they can decide to pick if they want to, or they
Yeah,
can decide
yeah.
to just let go if they don't want to.
Yes.
So anyway, That's the story right now. What do we have next? Energy crisis to impact Vesak and Poson festivals?
Yes.
No. Right? According to the cabinet
No.
spokesman, no, it's not. It's not.
No.
In the middle of chaos, culture will still be protected, I suppose.
Really?
No power cuts are planned for Vesak or Poson.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
The government
very
is
good, very good.
prioritizing
Yeah,
religious events.
Festival of the Lights. How can you have Festival of the Lights without lights?
You wait,
That's
it's
true.
candlelight.
Yeah.
Light
Yes,
ne?
light.
Kohoma karat?
But we're in the fairy lights phase.
Yeah, so that's basically going to happen. So we got Vesak holidays coming up
I
in
know.
May.
I love
So
Vesak holidays.
No power cuts.
Dance
I love
salts are my
Vesak.
favorite.
I love the Vesak season.
Oh, we were
Not
supposed
just-
we were
It's
supposed
supposed
to have a
dance.
dance.
No?
Yeah.
So you
Candlelight
can have a
dance.
dance salsa.
Candlelight.
Candlelight,
Popcorn,
what?
candlelight dance.
Popcorn. No,
Popcorn.
candlelight, no, we have no. There are no power cuts.
Patra dance.
Patra dance. No. We decided on a popcorn dancer.
We'll do.
To do with you. Yes.
We'll do a popcorn dancer. We will start a GoFundMe.
Is it just salt popcorn or are you having caramel and cheese
no.
popcorn?
We haven't,
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
We
Pepper
have-
on.
Salt.
Just butter and salt.
We haven't gone to that level.
Level
as
yet.
Echara flavors ne ape.
We also need to find out there. I'm sure.
Get a
there are-
sponsor for this one.
We will.
Yes.
We will.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you get one of the big cinema chains to sponsor it.
No. No. We will have.
We'll figure someone to sponsor.
We will run a campaign on Gnsl before we actually do this and get people to actually.
You know who has the most delicious popcorns?
Who?
The small popcorn caddies.
Yeah, the uncles
They
on the
have the
road.
best popcorns.
Yeah.
The best salty popcorns.
All right.
And then there's garlic popcorn, and then there's onion popcorn.
really know your
and then
popcorns.
I order popcorn. I Uber Eats popcorn from the small caddies.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Simple joy.
I know, very, very, very simple.
Healthy also ne kiyala.
Yeah.
Yes, I tell that to myself.
On that note, we are having a popcorn dancer.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, and we will talk about it as we move along.
Yes.
Okay. Closer to Vesak, we will reach out to each and every one of you to sponsor one kernel.
One.
It's fun.
One kernel. And also we'll obviously welcome GNSL family.
and help.
Come and help us.
Oh.
To hand over all the.
Sure.
We'll give
I'll
you a
help you
kadala
eat the
gotta
popcorn.
and a shawl.
Yeah. What?
Kadala gotta is shawl.
I heard you was like shawarma. I was like, shawarma also.
Eva denne ne. Wrong program.
Then shawarma dancer for Vesak.
I know. Unity.
Very diverse like that.
Yes, diversification.
Reminds me of that bull Andy's friend bumped into. All
I
right.
really hope that child is not watching this show.
Next story. What do we have? Government orders public institutions to switch off ACs by 3 p.m.
ඊට පස්සේ අර පොඩි
So-
කාලේ ෆෑන් එකක් හදලා
Yeah. So
This was sent on one of our groups, and one of the people on the groups were like, anyways, they are napping at that time. No?
yeah, that's
ඒ
also
තේ බොන
true.
වෙලාව.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
they
also
bona
රස්නේ
vela.
තේ බොන වෙලාවට when you draw off the AC,
Ah.
how they going to drink the
They
tea?
can't enjoy that Mari biscuit.
Can't drink the tea.
So workplace productivity is now directly linked to body temperature. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be, right? At 3 o'clock, government institutions. That's only from Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah? Wednesday, ACs are turned off right throughout the day.
But anyway, they're not
They're
there.
not
they're not there, no?
They're not
Yeah.
there, right?
So
Public
4 days?
institutions, Yeah, 4 days. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, ACs
තේ
have been
තේ බොන
turned
වෙලාව
off.
have
Yeah,
to
හරි.
be that will be very there will be dispute that.
තුනෙන් පස්සේ වැඩක් කර වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
කොහමද තේ බොනවනේ.
Yeah.
තේ බිල 4යි කාලට powder in the nose to run.
Yeah,
හරි.
powder in the nose and comb in the hair.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing that though.
But I have to look pretty when to go on the road. You mustn't look like your slept and got off on the table.
That's what we do in the private sector. No, we look like we've gone into war and come and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the other day, one of the people working at the shop was like dolling up, right? This was last day, and I was like, why are you dolling up? Now, why are you putting makeup on? I don't understand. Then later on, a few weeks later, she was telling me, Ane, my husband suspects I'm cheating on him. I'm like, yeah, if you're putting makeup on to go in the bus, even I would suspect you're cheating on him.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Then that went to a whole different level.
Very different level.
So yes,
Paula Prashne.
yeah, that's true. That's true. In terms of everybody, obviously, by about 4 o'clock in public public buses, public institutions.
They are in the public buses.
Offices. By 4, it's cut off.
Yes.
Right? By 4, they all make their way to the washroom to have the
Powder the nose.
the last goss of the day.
Mm.
Comb the hair. They're combing the hair for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
4:30, no, you have to leave, no?
Yeah. 4:50,
Right?
4:30, no, yeah. So
4:30.
combing.
So all that basically happens. So yeah, but like I said, again, a private sector is also encouraged to do certain things like this.
Yeah.
In
Like
term-
comb the hair.
I don't.
Not comb the hair.
Right.
Do you take a comb? Sometimes I forget. No, yeah.
So if government officers, actually come to think of it, right? If government officers are told to turn off ACs at 3 o'clock, what will the private sector be requested to do? Look, the government can't enforce
it.
a private sector to do something.
Because anyways, the private sector pays those bills, no?
Yeah.
See, if another reason why the government sector is doing this is probably, I'm assuming, with electricity prices rising up, the government has to pay their own electricity prices, no?
Yeah, that's
so they're probably like, listen, we don't want to increase our spending.
Oh, they
so they
won't
can,
become.
yes, they can only request the private sector because at the end of the day, we still pay the bills.
Yeah.
Right? We are paying the government. They are not paying the bills on behalf of us, unfortunately.
I mean, what can the private sector do though?
I mean, you can have work from home.
Yeah.
Then obviously home bills rise at that point.
Yeah, people, honestly,
Yes.
Sanori, this work from home situation, people don't necessarily like it because they come to work because of the AC.
Yes.
Yeah.
They come to work because
To
of the
reduce
AC.
costs at home.
Yeah, because of the AC, right? Because clearly now AC, now fuel also has gone up, fuel has gone up, electricity bills have gone up. You put a mandatory saying work from home, they won't work.
That is true. I mean, I don't know how you can do that because you can't, in a retail shop, you can't switch off all the ACs, especially when people are coming in and going.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
Interesting.
It's not
easy. It's
easy.
not easy, and I'm sure.
You can't have that when computers are running also. Anyways, you can't have that in your main server rooms. That has to have the
That
ACs
has
running
to have.
all the time.
Yeah.
With computers running, there's computers emitting heat. So it's really tough. That's a tough situation to be in.
And look, the thing is this, right? We're not as bad as certain other countries out there.
Yeah.
Who are not doing very good at all. For example, Philippines, right? They're knocked out. Philippines planes are grounded. Philippines has no fuel.
But Sinha, they haven't gone through things like us, no?
They haven't.
Now is their time. But we are gone through now. We better call up at the right. No, you don't.
COVID
care
has
much.
trained us to this.
Yeah.
Everything
COVID,
since
not
COVID.
COVID.
The last 6 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when there was no
Yes.
fuel, I have walked to restaurants just
Yeah.
to meet my friends.
Yeah. That's
Look,
true.
we go to
Yes.
other countries and walk, no?
Yes.
Till the guts come out, we are walking. But you tell to walk in our country, we can't walk.
The difference is the temperature.
Yes.
It's cold in other countries.
No, but sometimes our weather is not always this bad. No?
Yes.
We have good days and
Yeah,
off. No?
yeah,
Even on the days that we can walk, we
We
have
should walk,
opted
yeah.
not to walk.
Yeah.
Which is a fact,
True.
even
Yes.
including myself.
True,
Yeah.
But I go to Dubai, walk until the legs come into the hand, walk in, to buy shoes, this, no. But no, God forbid I walk in Sri
The heat is
Lanka.
hot. The heat is heating over there.
The heat is heating, exactly.
Yeah.
But
I'm
there
saying
you're not walking on the road and you're walking.
Walk in the mall.
No, I have
In the
also
mall, you're
walked.
walking.
Even if it's sometimes I book a hotel where there are, like, say for example, day to day is close by to my hotel. So I would walk even with the things in my hand.
Right.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying you can do
During
that.
winter, you can do that because it's nice. During
is it
summer,
What I'm saying is, at any point we are walking, no, in other countries.
Yeah,
doesn't matter which season
Doesn't
she went
matter. But
there.
I'm saying in Sri Lanka, we don't opt to do that.
I mean, the other day I up to walk from the gym because I forgot my wallet at home,
then-
so I was like,
There you go.
I walk. Plus, I get my 10K steps in, so then there's that.
And ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තිබ්බොත්
I've
විතරයි.
actually when I was on radio, I mean, a couple of years ago, especially during the whole fuel crisis situation, I was doing the evening show. I walked to the show. I walked.
Where
to
was
the
this radio
show.
station?
In Kolpiti, behind Gangarama. Right. So,
Ah.
yeah. So I mean,
That
I-
is not a small walk.
It's not a
Yeah.
small walk, but it was okay. It was all right.
Oh, yeah.
In
It was
the
all
night,
right.
it's not a bad
In the
walk.
night, it's a nice
Yes.
walk. I mean, obviously, but the show starts at 5, so I had to leave here about 4:30.
So, I mean, it's not the easiest for
4:50
women to
to
be
leave,
walk.
I suppose,
Yeah,
on
but
that
it's also not the easiest for women to walk in the night.
No,
over
true.
here. With the lights or street lights also not working then.
Torch and us
Yes.
and candle and a lot of
the bull and
bull and all that.
Everything.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, that's story. Next one, what do we have? Sri Lanka introduces 6-month visa
Nice.
free visa program
Anna, UAE, that's
for
come on my list again.
39 countries.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Every time this free visa thing comes about, I only remember Christian.
Why?
Christian's like, අපි විතරයි මුන්ට දෙන්නේ.
Gorgeous. We have to put our ancestral history into it, our lineage into getting a visa for that
yes,
country.
that is so
like this is what I own, this is what my parents own, this is what my husband owns. Oh my God, here take a kidney also.
This is also what I
Yes,
own.
yeah,
I'll be
what I
working.
will soon be selling to afford a holiday in your country.
I remember that for applying for visa for Schengen visa, we had to basically also draw a family tree.
What?
Yeah, there was a requirement.
But why?
But why for most of the things that they ask, we have to basically say, but why? But yeah, so I mean, this is so true, right? Tourists welcome, locals are still figuring life out here, right? But that's the thing. 39 countries, we have offered free visa for 39 countries, and most of the countries that we have offered free visa make it absolutely next to impossible for us to even fly over that country.
Absolutely.
You know, and I suppose this is unfortunately the situation has got worse because there are certain individuals who have gone and made it, you know, difficult for all of us. So
We have only eaten that also. However,
and all those people who legitimately want to go there are finding it very difficult to obviously go there. But yeah, so free visa for 39 countries, well done. And 6-month free visa program, obviously this is to boost tourism, and all that basically is happening right here in Sri Lanka.
But you know what I don't like from obviously we have tourists coming along over here and all, that's a good thing. But you know those ones that are on the road with little placards saying, please buy this so you can sponsor my trip here.
Well,
Like, you know, like those tourist beggars.
we have
in
tourist
Sri
beggars.
Lanka?
Yeah.
Those?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, I haven't seen.
It's a trend now.
It's a
Oh,
trend.
really?
It's a trend in Southeast Asian countries, and I'm like, we have to show our ancestral Depala. We have to show where the Mahagadari is situated, and our name will be on the will be on the deed or something to go to your country. But you come here and beg in my country. You beg for me? Me? I can't afford an Uber to right now to go to a different country.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen
didn't
any
know
of
that.
this. I didn't know that.
very common. Huh?
It's in areas where you see a lot of tourists.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
So, but they
Also,
do, they
Colombo,
come
you don't see a lot of tourists here.
Yeah,
no?
that's
So,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Probably that's the kind of people that attract.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
Lots of backpackers, lots of digital nomads. Yeah.
No, but the thing is
and
this,
then
I mean-
that ticks me off because I'm like, we have to afford to go to your country. You don't have to afford to come to our country.
That's why we are just throwing away visas. We are
Yeah.
throwing away visas. But the thing is, I mean, the question, I mean, this is, yes, we are only attracting backpackers to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
One of the many segments.
One
Yeah.
of the many segments, and that's one of the biggest segments, I suppose. But do we actually have the infrastructure to have multi-billions come to Sri Lanka?
I think that's one pain point that was raised
Yeah.
by several people. Like you have countries in other Southeast Asian countries that attract 40 million. I think last year we just attracted just over 2 million tourists to this country. But to even increase the number of tourists that come into this country, we should have that infrastructure. We should have transportation, good public transport, easy trains, air conditioned or not air conditioned. Also give them options. We should be able to have like different price points on hotels, hostels, a lot of
You
things.
should.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is this: you can't say, listen, this
No
is the type of
electricity
crowd that
cuts.
we are coming
Yes.
is coming here. If you don't have if you have infrastructure that is actually made for that crowd, that's the crowd that's going to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you need to make sure there's no electricity cuts, no water cuts. All of that needs to be
There is
happening,
There
yeah.
is a lot that needs to basically
Yeah.
go in. I mean, if we want to basically picture or position Sri Lanka as the next Monaco, or like for example, going to Singapore or Phuket or places.
Do you think
like
we are the
that.
next Monaco?
No, if you want to.
I feel like we're positioning ourselves to be the next Bali.
Really?
Yeah.
But
But more cultural.
Yeah, that's true.
A more
But
cultural
we
version,
don't-
or
we-
next Malaysia.
We do not, for example, we do not have a property
Mm-hmm.
where a multi-millionaire can actually fly in, enjoy 2 nights, 3 nights, and fly out.
Nana.
We don't.
Nothing.
Don't we?
We don't. So how do you expect to obviously attract?
Or we don't know because we're not a multi-millionaire.
Maybe that's also true.
We are not in that tax bracket, so we don't know if this
We are
property
also in
exists.
that coming to Sri Lanka foreigner.
No, but now, but
to the beaches and the oceans or something.
Yes.
Then they could I think.
so, but to be honest, I see a lot of TikToks of a lot of foreigners taking public transport and going. Like just yesterday, I saw a TikTok of someone taking a public transport and going in Ahangam, and I was like, great girl, I would not wear that outfit in a bus. But I think down south buses are different because they're so used to tourists. Kalambunang, I'll be like, oh no, please. All these, what happened to Andy's teacher would happen to me then.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
You'll have to pay for a couple of tickets.
Yes.
Extra tickets.
No, but like, yeah, so I mean, people are, it's part of the experience of coming to Sri Lanka, taking the CTB buses and going everywhere. It's part of the
I
whole
suppose.
experience.
Yeah.
And they like it because, you know, it's affordable way of going from one place to another. They don't mind getting sweaty. Like Sri Lankans, we don't want to get sweaty, right?
Yeah.
We are like, hi, Ati, we don't want, like, we go to the other place,
I
we're
mean,
going to be
that's because
sticky.
we see enough sun for the year.
Yes.
And the guys who come down, it's like
They don't mind
oh,
it,
the
yeah.
sun. Oh wow,
Yes,
we haven't seen
yeah.
the sun for a long time.
Exactly.
So I suppose they don't really mind it. I mean, they come here to get sunburned anyway at the end of the day.
Hmm.
That's the story, ladies and gentlemen. Time for us to move in to what we have, a chaotic game night. Which we are still trying to figure out, but
I am going to win it this time.
I'm sure we will.
This is your round.
Yes.
This is your
Third
show.
time's a charm.
You will figure this out when we actually get into game night. Till on the other side, here we go. It's game night on Gnsl. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on Gnsl. It is game night, and we're just about to start a game which we have absolutely no idea about. We are walking or basically crawling into this blind game night, the 10 game.
At the 10
The
game.
10 game.
Players take turn counting from 1 to 10. Each round, a player replaces
Hari.
one number with a word or action. And the change says, obviously there are lots of...
I saw this on TikTok.
I just saw it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
You will get on TikTok, will you?
Basically, if it's 1, 2, 3, 3 is replaced by duck. So 1, 2,
Then
duck,
we have to say
4,
1, 2,
5,
duck,
6.
4, 5, 6. Then 6 will be replaced by
cat.
by 5. Then we have to go like 1, 2,
2,
duck,
3,
4, 5, 5,
5,
7, 8, 9, 10.
Who replaces it?
The person who, like,
I don't know
it's
who
your
replaces
turn
that
and
person.
then you go, yeah, each turn.
Oh, okay.
That's your concentrate lot.
Make a mistake, goes out of the game.
Good now because we didn't.
Ayo, if Christian was playing this game, then he would be out. It would be a very short game.
Very. 2 minutes
Yeah.
later, out now.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay, let's do
right,
this.
Okay,
Let's do this.
right, okay. Oh, wow. This is-
Ayo, this requires a lot of concentration.
Yeah, okay, let's...
Can't, honey.
The 10 game, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the ladies know about this much more than I do. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be... It looks sounds hard also.
Complicated.
Hamid,
Okay,
choose a
let's do
fun one that I can win, Hamid.
No,
Hamid,
Hamid, Hamid, Hamad.
Come on.
Hamid.
Hamid.
No, sorry.
Let's just go with
Okay,
the flow.
so 1 to 10.
You start.
Okay. 1, 2, duck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, duck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pen.
Okay, 1, 2, duck.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. Thunder, pen.
No, you're out.
9.
9.
Forget. I'm just gonna sit quiet here.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. This is more interesting.
Okay.
We're gonna go 1, 2, pen.
Okay.
Oh,
my
each
God.
of us, is it? One by one.
No, but you're out.
out.
You're out. You're not doing
gotta
one.
win this.
Only 2 people are
Okay.
Okay.
1.
2.
Oh God, what is it? One I did. You win. I forgot my own one. Sorry, yeah, it's a long day. Long days.
Duck.
You
Finally,
take
third
it.
time's the charm. The third time's the charm,
You
guys.
take it. You are
What
such
do
a-
I win? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for choosing and forgetting your word. Thank you for not knowing
disaster.
this.
What a disaster.
Now, what do I win? Do I get like a hamper or
You just
something?
get the attention of both of us.
That's about it.
okay, that's
Anyway,
so that's good. That's good.
I
It's right.
didn't
And a
even
little bit
realize
of
the game
Aslan
night
the
happened.
tension.
Didn't even realize the game night happened. Anyway,
I knew I'd win a TikTok game.
possibly. What?
No, enough. Enough. No, enough.
One more round.
Enough.
Okay, one more round. Go.
Best
Best
of
of 3 rounds.
Best of three.
Yeah.
No, that's too much. It'll be too long.
Okay. Second.
Why
You start,
don't we?
you
Okay,
start.
why don't we do this then? Why don't each of us actually call one number?
All right. Okay.
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 That's what I know.
All right. Okay. You start one. You
So
start.
okay, so each of us. Oh, what?
You start.
Okay, one.
Oh, me. 2,
3,
Bubble gum.
5,
6,
7.
scarf,
8.
Only one. One round only you can.
Ani, I'm very tired, Ani.
You know,
Ani, I'm very tired. Can we move on?
you're already tired. Okay. 1.
2,
3,
Bubble gum.
5,
6,
7.
8.
9,
10.
Okay. 1,
2,
3.
bubblegum.
5. 5.
6.
Scarf.
8,
9.
10.
1,
2.
3. No! yeah.
එනත් ගහනවා දැක්ක නේද මෙහෙම disagree with me.
Yes.
එනවා වදිනවා හෙන.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, thank you. That was a lovely game. Okay.
Oh,
Bubble gum?
Bubble gum.
5.
I don't even think I know it. You're out.
It's him.
Okay. Scarf.
No, wrong.
No.
Yeah,
How do you know?
because scarf was number 8.
You are right. Come on, Sanori.
I won! Best of
Okay,
two.
done.
I won.
Well done, well done,
Thank you
well
very
done.
much.
I can't dispute this win now.
This is shortest possible disastrous game night ever. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On that chaotic
This is
note-
what happens when we play a Gen Alpha game.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Ajay Alpha देगा.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
Two
Anyway,
generations later.
thank you so much for being a part of the show. Another chaotic show comes to an end. And thank you, Sanori, for being a part of GNSL and stepping in for Chris. Once again, catch up with you next Friday night right here on the Pod Hub platform on GNSL. Till then, good night, Sri Lanka. Have a great hot weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.